Is home merely a physical place, or is it a sacred sanctuary etched deeply into the very heart of wild nature's soul? A devastating flood has swept through this peaceful valley, tearing down the architectural wonders built by generations of diligent beavers. Yet, in the resilient realm of the wild, there is absolutely no time for despair when raw survival calls for immediate action. Clinging tightly to a decaying log, the fragile mother shields her precious kit from the cold, damp air of the autumn. With boundless tenderness, she combs his damp fur, offering warmth and security amidst the cold ruins of their former kingdom.
Reunited, the pair shares a quiet touch of hope, reinforcing an invisible bond that no powerful flood could ever wash away. Their grand home is gone, reduced to scattered debris, leaving them completely vulnerable to the harsh elements of the changing season. As the storm finally passes, a cold, heavy silence settles over the valley, marking the end of one difficult chapter. Bearing the scars of the rushing water, the brave father shakes off the cold, ready to face the monumental task ahead. A solitary beam of light pierces the gloom, offering a silent promise of warmth and a brand new beginning for this family.
Even in the deepest mud of destruction, the brilliant colors of nature remind us of the eternal cycle of life and rebirth. Huddled close against the damp autumn chill, they find their strength and unity, preparing to rebuild their lives from scratch. The youngest member looks to the sky, sensing the arrival of a cold winter that they must somehow prepare to survive. Standing tall, the patriarch maps out the river's flow, searching for the perfect location to lay down their new foundations. Though small in a vast and indifferent wilderness, their determination to survive is as grand as the surrounding mountains themselves.
Equipped with iron-reinforced teeth that never stop growing, the father begins his relentless assault on a sturdy birch tree. Wood chips fly with every powerful bite, showcasing a masterclass in natural engineering that has been perfected over millions of years. Nearby, the diligent mother gathers smaller branches, working in perfect harmony with her partner to collect building materials. With a loud crack, the mighty tree falls exactly where planned, ready to serve as the anchor for their new defensive dam. With meticulous care, he strips away the excess branches, leaving a clean, heavy log that will resist the powerful river current. Even the little Kit tries to help, carrying a single leaf and a tiny twig, learning the ancient art of survival. Gliding effortlessly through the cool water, she transports vital materials, leaving a gentle trail of ripples in her wake. Beneath the surface, her powerful webbed feet act like natural flippers, driving her forward against the force of the river. Together, they place the primary foundation log across the narrow channel, carefully choosing a spot where the water is calm. Using their immense physical strength, they wedge the timber deep into the soft, muddy bed to anchor their construction securely. With 5 highly flexible fingers, their front paws work like human hands, scooping up rich clay to plaster the dam. She carefully seals every tiny gap with mud, creating an organic barrier that will successfully hold back the rising water. Covered in thick mud, the young apprentice practices using his flat tail, patting down the earth with playful determination. Slowly, the primitive dam begins to block the flow, forming a quiet, shallow pond where they can safely build their home. A vibrant kingfisher watches from a branch, a silent witness to the remarkable transformation of this wounded forest ecosystem. Day by day, the structure rises higher, becoming a complex woven lattice of wood, stone, and heavy river mud. The dam is built at a precise angle to disperse water pressure, utilizing physics that humans took centuries to master. To weight down the wooden foundation, the father carries heavy stones, carefully placing them to reinforce the dam against future floods. Using flexible willow branches, the mother weaves a tight net, acting as a natural filter that catches drifting leaves and silt. This natural filtration system traps floating debris, purifying the river and leaving the downstream water crystal clear and healthy. The newly created pond becomes an instant sanctuary, welcoming schools of small fish seeking refuge from the fast river current. In this safe new playground, the young kit swims with joy, unaware of the immense engineering that makes his life possible. Their specialized double-layered fur provides perfect insulation, keeping them warm and completely dry even in the coldest waters. Now they begin building their lodge, the central island fortress that will serve as their warm winter bedroom and nursery. The dome structure rises from the water, engineered with thick walls and a clever ventilation chimney at the very top.
She enters through a secret underwater tunnel, the only way into the lodge, ensuring absolute safety from land-based predators. Inside, the living chamber is dry and safe, insulated against the elements, and lined with soft, fragrant forest leaves. Their fortress is complete, standing proudly amidst the quiet waters, a testament to the incredible architectural genius of nature. The father adds a final thick layer of mud to the roof, which will freeze solid to create impenetrable armor. What was once a ruined valley is now a flourishing oasis, proving that beavers are indeed the ultimate ecosystem engineers. The autumn fades rapidly as chilling winds sweep through the bare trees, whispering of the harsh winter that lies just ahead. A delicate skin of ice begins to crystallize over the pond, signaling that their window of preparation is closing fast. Working against the clock, the father gathers fresh oak branches, hauling them to their underwater food cache before freeze-up. He anchors the food supply deep in the bottom mud, keeping the bark fresh and accessible under the winter ice. With relentless energy, the mother dives for mud, reinforcing their walls to create a thick barrier against the coming frost. Sensing her baby's chill, the mother pulls him close, wrapping him in her warmth beneath a protective pine canopy. Danger lurks at the forest edge as a hungry gray wolf emerges, its predatory eyes locked onto the vulnerable family. Spotting the predator, the father sounds the alarm, slapping his tail on the water with a thunderous crack. In an instant, the protective mother guides her young kit underwater, disappearing safely into the depths of their hidden home. The hungry wolf watches helplessly from the frozen shore, completely unable to cross the deep water protecting the beaver's fortress. The magnificent dam holds firm against both current and threat, maintaining a stable sanctuary where life can peacefully thrive. The highly vigilant father patrols his grand creation, checking every single branch to ensure their defensive wall remains perfectly sound. His tired eyes reflect the fading winter sun, filled with the quiet resolve of a true protector of his family. The first snowflakes begin to fall, dancing softly in the air before dissolving into the dark, quiet waters. Inside their secure dome, the beaver family rests in deep comfort, completely insulated from the freezing winds howling outside. Winter has officially arrived, transforming the entire valley into a silent, snow-white wonderland of breathtaking beauty and peace. The mud roof has frozen solid, turning their cozy home into an impenetrable castle that no predator can break into. A thin plume of warm breath escapes the ventilation chimney, a silent sign of life surviving beneath the deep snow. While the outside world freezes in harsh sub-zero temperatures, the temperature inside their nest remains incredibly cozy and warm. Feasting on the sweet bark of birch trees, the young kit enjoys the fruits of his parents' hard work. The devoted mother gently grooms her baby's coat,
filling the dark chamber with the soft sounds of maternal love. After weeks of exhausting labor, the father finally rests his head, finding complete peace beside his loving family. Beneath the thick surface ice, ethereal blue light filters down, beautifully lighting up their abundant underwater winter pantry. An otter glides through the silent water, sharing the pond in a beautiful display of natural harmony and coexistence. On the snow, tiny footprints mark where birds find drinking water, kept open by the gentle flow over the dam. Beneath the cold, freezing snow, a tiny green shoot reaches upward, holding the promise of a distant spring. The camera rises above the winter landscape, capturing their magnificent creation, holding strong against the icy grip of winter. Golden winter light bathes the entire valley, illuminating this newly restored ecosystem with hope, warmth, and enduring natural beauty. As the cold season deepens, their warm home remains a fortress of love, keeping the flame of life burning brightly. The true strength of nature is not its power to destroy, but its miraculous ability to rebuild, heal, and love.